How we getting on, folks? Look at Punchestown didn't really go our way there today. Now, in fairness to most of the selections, they did run fairly credibly, and they did run up to some sort of standard anyway. I don't think there was any. No, they're all thereabouts. Mahon's Glory got Golf Marine, the West of Waits. He's the one. Mighty Potter was the only winner we had, but they're all coming around the final bend, like they were all thereabouts in the finish. As well as that, like the patron tip that I pull up an each way shout on Dalton Highway at 12 to 1 the night before. So that was very good for us as well. The fact that Bet365 were paying four places, but look at not the day we were hoping for, but I suppose it was still it was in the back of our heads anyway. Like I did say last night, it was going to be tricky to pick out winners now tomorrow. Moving on to Gowran Park now today or tomorrow. It's a bit hit and miss racing, to be quite honest. There are some top quality horses running now tomorrow, and there's some fairly low level standard stuff. It's what I like to call a bit of a mixed bag. Um, but look, at saying that, it's still going to be great excitement, and it's still going to be. Hopefully, it'll be there for some sort of, I suppose, potential profit. Like there's actually no odds-on horses that I'm going to be tipping up now tomorrow. There's only four actually that I'm going to be picking, but I will be going into more detail about them and explaining exactly why. Um, but look at from the four that I have, we've a 7 to 4 shot, a 7 to 4 shot, a 25 to 1 shot, an 11 to 4 shot, and a 4 to 1 shot. So realistically, Jesus, if that 25 to 1 shot comes into places or somehow manages to win, we're in the money anyway, and we're happy out. But I'd be I'd be sort of staying away from racing out tomorrow, um, unless you're looking for the big races, which is ironically the ones that I have gone for in Patreon, so I won't be covering them here. Um, but look, at hopefully we'll be able to get in the back of a few winners anyway. That's the way we like. First of all, the 220. This one is going to be the first race we are going to be covering. Um, Sort of a maiden hurdle. It's not really any great standard. There's an awful lot of flat horses in here. Um, this called me Rocky though for Dennis Hogan and Shane Mulcahy, who is claiming £7 off its back. Currently priced in around 7 to 4. This one for me is going to be where experience, I suppose, pays the test. It was, I think, fifth last time out in Navan, in a maiden hurdle. Yeah, I think it was maiden hurdle. Um, in similar enough conditions. Now, look at fifth that particular day in what most likely was just an educational experience, just to see how good he was over hurdles. Um, and I suppose how he was acting in races as well. This horse is going to improve more. He is going to come on a little bit more. He has handled soft in the past. The fact that Dennis Hogan is absolutely flying it at the moment, I think he's going off a 33% strike rate. That definitely says it all. Look at Shane Mulcahy. He's a fairly decent claimer. Like, in fairness to him now, he is. He will definitely ride out his claim at some stage sooner or later. Um, I definitely think this Call Me Rocky has the capabilities of going on to win now tomorrow. Well, you would be expecting a price of 7 to 4. In my opinion, he's actually going to be my next best of the day. For the simple reason there is a better horse at a better price later on in the card that I will be going to, but this one here is definitely going to take next best. He should definitely be winning this without, I suppose, sweating too much. The 250 then is going to be another each way, or is going to be me only each way selection here, and it's at a very, very big price. Very, very weak sort of a race here. Nothing of any real top quality standard in this particular race now tomorrow. Um, I am willing to take a chance on the Dennis Hogan trained and ridden Knight of Malta here at 25-1, and let me explain why. There isn't much to go off in this particular race. An awful lot of these have been poor and have been very poor. The favourite, I think, was something like 15 lengths behind uh, the horse that actually ended up winning that particular race. So for me, personally speaking, that is not good enough to um it's not good enough to worthy. I think it's priced up as something like 9-4 favourite. I think it's very short. I think there are better horses down the market, and in terms of overall form for trainers and jockeys and everything else like that, the one that's standing out a country mile is Dennis Hogan, both as a trainer and as a jockey. Um, Most of these between, I suppose, combined totals, it's going off something like between a 0 to 7% strike rate, and that's going for most of the field. Dennis Hogan's horse, Knight of Malta, that simple connection tomorrow, that's going off a combined strike rate of 40. He's going off 50% and 38%. That is 44% strike rate for the combined jockey and trainer. Now, that's probably meaning nothing. It's probably like just a stat that's completely picked out of the clouds. But when you're looking for something at a fairly nice price, you want a jockey in form, you want a trainer in form, you want to know the yard is starting to go well and starting to come into their own. Dennis Hogan as a jockey is definitely riding plenty of winners. Like I said, 50% of the horses he gets up on are winning over the last 2 weeks. So, in my opinion, having an each way bet on Knight of Malta at 25-1 is not necessarily the worst thing you could be doing. 320 then is going to be my nap of the day, and here I am going to be going with the Flavin trained horse. Street value at currently priced in around 11-4. Now look at this one here is definitely, I suppose, treading on thin water now. It's gone up £22 for the last 2 wins. Obviously the time beforehand it was third. I think it was priced at 150-1 in Punchestown. If I'm right in saying it was either Punchestown or Fairyhouse. But the last two wins, they've been in bloodless fashion. The horses ended up winning by eight and a half lengths both times. Fairly comfortable sort of a standard. Like I said, he's gone up £22, but realistically, I think it's well within his range to go and win now again tomorrow. I think he's definitely thereabouts, and he's definitely good enough to be able to continue this progression and continue, I suppose, packing on the pounds and still being well capable of producing the goods. Now, the 350 and the 420 are going to be both patron picks for myself, and the 450 is going to be Benefit North for who trains this? The Northern trainer, McBratney, and I think it's Conor McNamara, currently priced in around 4-1. Now, this one here is coming up against Winox, who is, I suppose, coming in, I suppose, on the back of beating this Benefit North by 3.5 lengths last time out. Conor McNamara, yeah, it's Conor McNamara riding it tomorrow. He's claiming £5 or £3. £3, I think he's claiming tomorrow. So realistically, it's definitely well within his range. Look at McBratney hasn't been firing all cylinders of late. Now, saying that, his horses have been running considerably well. I just think that Winox, it doesn't scream out to me to be a horse that's capable of winning in concession. And I suppose, look, when you're realistically thinking what horse might trouble him the most, Benefit North was the only one to come close to him the last day. I think he's going to do the very same now tomorrow. He's at a better price of 4-1. Look, in my personal opinion, it's worth a small bet. I wouldn't be going a hell for leather on it, to be quite honest with you. I've only gone €2, €4 for my bets tomorrow. It's not really great racing, but we're just trying to build a bank for Cheltenham now, and that's that's the name of the game, and that's exactly what we're trying to do. Look at, I'm going to leave it there. Please make sure to keep liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you're looking to get into the Patreon, as I've already said, it's €10 a month. But what we are doing, say this month now, we're going to be doing a Cheltenham Festival competition. Now, what that entails of is you sign up, pay the €10, and you get the month's, I suppose, membership for tips and everything else like that. But you're also entered into this competition. The pot for the prizes there is currently it's fixed at €200. So look at tenner to potentially win €200, or part of €200, should I say? It's first, second, and third. Is definitely, in my opinion anyway, is great value. As well as that, our profit loss for 1 point level stakes for the month of February has been 41.99 points in profit. So look at, if you're betting a tenner per point, that's over, quick maths, that's 419.90 in profit. I think the value says it all. That's really where we are getting at the end of the day. And yeah, we are hoping that plenty more people will get on board. It's there to fund the podcast. Basically, what it is, we're giving credit where credit's due to the people, say, behind the scenes in racing. Well, most of them anyway. We do have a few big names coming in. That's just basically to try and build up the views for, I suppose, the smaller names that people mightn't necessarily know. But we are 90% of people that wouldn't necessarily be the likes of the Willie Mullins, the Henry de Bromheads, the Joseph O'Brien's, Aidan O'Brien's sort of thing. So realistically, that's where we're aiming at, and that's where the €10 goes. It goes into, I suppose, well, it goes into getting prizes every month as well, like this competition, the €200. That's what we have up for grabs, say, for this month. And as well as that, it goes into, I suppose, bettering the podcast in terms of getting equipment for us, so that we're able to go, when time allows it, that we're able to go to, say, race courses, stable yards, whoever's going to have us, and be able to produce top quality content to, I suppose, to enjoy and to show exactly what goes on behind the scenes in a racing yard or a stable yard, whatever we're able to get. But look at, I'm going to leave it there. If you want to sign up to Patreon, if you want to get involved in the tipping competition, I leave a link in the description below. Like I said, €10 a month for all, I suppose, all you get all you get with us. I personally think it's an absolute bargain. But look at, I leave it up to yourselves whether you want to do it or not. There's plenty of people that will vouch for us as well, that we are 100% genuine, and we do try and get the best interests for yourselves into, I suppose, making a few quid and getting, I suppose, getting behind Irish racing more so than anything else. But look, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks again for the continued support. Please make sure to keep liking, sharing, and subscribing. And the very best of luck tomorrow if you're going to be on a few bets.